I think we should touch briefly on the injury if you want to give an update there, but then also, we need to shout out the Mavs because they're rolling right now, and the team is obviously super hyped. The fans are hyped. The playoffs are coming. So, what do you think?
Well, I love how we're playing. We obviously had a little bit of an aberration there against a really good Memphis team the other night on the road, but I saw some statistic the other day. I think since the All-Star break, we have the top net rating in the league. This was a team, prior to the All-Star break and the trade deadline that was really decimated by COVID. They lost 3 starters for a chunk of time. They've had some injuries. The one thing I would say is it's an incredibly deep roster. And so, night to night, any guy can really step up and fill it up. Besides the obvious guy, Luka, and Tim Hardaway, who we are going to have on the show. We were supposed to have him on this past week, but we had a team bonding experience, and Luka and I got deep into cornhole games, and I lost some money to Luka, so we pushed the pod to next week.
Wait, explain this to people Monday, because we were supposed to have Tim on the show Monday night, and then me, myself, Chris, and Jason, producers of the show, get a text message from you 10 minutes after the pod is supposed to start saying it's not happening. So explain this.
Well, look, things are starting to open up. We were in Memphis and, we were having pizza. There was an outdoor patio. There were cornhole boards set up, and things started getting competitive. And look, we have a traveling party, I think this year, of around 45 people. There's 38 people there from the organization, from the team. And it was just we had not had that at any point all season. It was outdoors, obviously, private area. It was awesome. And I felt like Timmy and I needed to be there. And again, I got down to Luka and I placed some bets in cornhole. I'm going to blame it on my partner. I was going against Luka. We were on the same side, so I'm going to blame it on my partner. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm going to blame it on my partner for my L's because I thought I held up my end of the bargain. In regards to the injury, Tommy, I don't mean to intentionally be vague, but I'm still gathering some more information. But again, this is something that I've dealt with going back all the way to the bubble last year. I dealt with it all fall. I got scanned in December and January by the Pelicans. There's a tendon specialist that works with a lot of the NBA teams. So I've known about this injury and I've tried to play through this injury going on almost a year now. And towards right before the All-Star break, it got to the point where, I had to sit out a couple games because it was too painful to play, and tried to do a non-surgical option, which was PRP. I got the injection over All-Star break and missed about 5 or 6 weeks before I could play again in April. And then I had a setback that second Lakers game, where I was going for a loose ball towards the end of the game. I stepped, I planted, I pushed off, and, felt a good amount of pain. And really since then, it's just been managing day to day the pain. And it seems like every other game I'm getting another aggravation. And then in Memphis, it was just as bad as it's been. I planted on a fast break and I tried to move on a back pedal, and it just didn't go anywhere. And so I'm still trying to gather more information, but it's I'm out with a heel soreness. The best description I can give of the injury is that I have a little bit of a larger than average heel bone that's causing some inflammation in my bursa sac. And then I have a small tear at the insertion of the Achilles. So, you're sort of dealing with all three of those things in a very specific area and in a weight-bearing area that requires a lot of use when you're running and jumping like you do in basketball. So again, I'll be back with the team, but right now we're just sort of gathering more information from a couple different doctors about sort of what my options are.